Step 13 in going from employee to entrepreneur is really where the rubber starts hitting the road. Buying your domain and purchasing your digital real estate, getting your domain and hosting, getting your social media handles, building your strategy across all these platforms, setting up your email and your professional address, and taking it to the next level. If you're here, I'm proud of you. You've made it. You've crossed that chasm from wantrepreneur to possibly entrepreneur. You're taking those first couple steps towards actually building your brand. So the first thing we do after you have the brand name, you have your aesthetic, you understand where you want to go to GoDaddy. Go to GoDaddy. There's a million different domain places out there. The one we've used has been GoDaddy over the years. Their customer support's amazing. You can always get somebody on the phone. It scales to just about any of the development platforms you're going to be using, from Webflow to Wix to Squarespace to WordPress. GoDaddy makes things very easy. We're not sponsored by them in any means. However, I've bought hundreds of domains from them over the years and just find it an incredibly simple, very comprehensive way to build and launch a domain. So the next would be finding a domain that works for you. We talked about this a little bit in a previous episode. If your brandname.com is not available, you don't have to fret anymore. 10 years ago, maybe, where you didn't get the authoritative nature from either the SEO or just the vanity of having a .com name, it's always good if you can come up with a brand name that's an acronym or something long tail that is .com just for SEO purposes, and we'll get into that later. But for right now, if you're settled on a name that you're really excited about, like we were for Rhythm, a lot of different Rhythm LLCs and handles out there. So we went with Rhythm.house. Rhythm House is our physical podcast studio here that we have clients come into that can shoot, host, and manage all their content from. I thought that was a really cool way that's differentiated for us, but not .com. I don't really care. I don't think really anybody cares anymore. If you see a .com handle, good for them. They spent $1 million, $100,000 on that handle, on that domain name. That's awesome. Better on you. But when you're thinking about doing this, you also want to have in mind the social handle strategy. You want to try to keep it as consistent as possible. So for your LinkedIn, your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, across all the social handles, you want to try as best you can to keep that consistent. So if the name of your company is Joe's Fencing Company, keep it consistent. joesfencingcompany.com, at Joe's Fencing Company across all the handles, so that if someone just happens to Google that, the logo is the same, the brand aesthetic is the same, the name is the same, and it's consistent across all those media. So the same goes for setting up your email address. We've always used Google and Gmail to manage all of our email handles. Again, it's just a platform that I feel like for startups, for a first-time entrepreneur, roughly $20 a month per email address. You can add as many users as you like. You get access to the full Gmail suite. You get the Drive, you get the calendar, you get all the AI with Gemini and everything that comes with it. So to me, if you're a startup or an entrepreneur going from employee to entrepreneur, I love using Gmail and using Google as my email domain. Now, GoDaddy and Gmail have to talk to one another. So there will be a component after you've bought your domain and created an account with GoDaddy. The DNS and the web hosting are different from your email hosting. So you can have GoDaddy and Gmail integrate with one another. And if you're going into Gmail and setting up your first Gmail for Business account, just go in and Google that. It's going to take you through a process to see where your domain is pointed. If they ask that question, your domain, if you've done this in sequence, is pointed at GoDaddy.com. That's where they have a one-click integration. After you set up your domain hosting with GoDaddy and the DNS settings, you just go to Gmail, Google professional Gmail for my business, go through the prompts, pay the setup fee, and it will one-click integrate. It will find your domain. You'll have to authenticate and maybe log into GoDaddy as well. But that thing is click wrapped, that just a couple of clicks, you'll have your email handles, your email domain, as well as your URL built inside of about 5 to 10 minutes. So one of the very, very first things you can do to buy your digital real estate, get your domain going, and start sending and receiving emails from your email handle will be to go buy that domain. Just go get it. Don't use an @Gmail handle for a professional business. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Be professional about this. Go set up your LLC, get the logos and handles, and get all of your brand done the right way so people take you seriously. This is your chance to become an entrepreneur and make that jump from becoming an employee, freeing yourselves from the corporate 9 to 5. Take it seriously. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you're not doing this right and you're skipping steps and you think, oh, I'll just get by with a Gmail address, and you go to show up to a person's house to sell them a roof, to sell them consulting, people are going to start taking notice of these things. And it's really hard to scale a business the right way that looks great, that you feel good about, that shows up professionally, that's getting ranked for all the search engines if you don't take care of this particular step. It's one of the most important things that you will do. do. So go buy the domain name. Doesn't matter .what. .com is great. .ai is great. .io is great. It really doesn't matter at this point, but just keep it consistent and cohesive. I highly recommend using GoDaddy for this because they make it very easy to scale across other platforms. We use Gmail for everything that we do. It's just very simple. It's very secure, and we can scale up the business that way. So if you do those two things, you'll have your domain and you'll be sending emails from your email domain inside of about 10 to 15 minutes tops once it populates.